Everyone's ill in my house, so I'm having to bloody do everything this morning. I sort all the kids out this morning. Normally I just lie in bed. You know, she's been selfish today, man. I know. But yeah. Well, we're on now, aren't we? We're on now. Sorry, apologies for being late. Yeah, there's a book going around. There's loads off in school as well. Okay, everything's right then. Nicely. You what, Jace? Yeah, I seen last night, like, which is not what I wanted really, but it is what it is. So, guys, I don't know if did anyone catch this other trade? You would have grabbed 20 pips from it. On this from yesterday. The thing is though with this, the forward closed above. And remember what I said? Forward closes above. Make sure you get out. And when the forward closed, you would have been at break even and then a pull back fair. So you should have grabbed some pips on that. Okay. But you got a new demo? You grabbed a new demo. Morning, Jonathan. Morning. Morning, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's get amongst it. Let's do a top down. See where we are, because we look like we're dropping nicely. Okay, so monthly. We know the crack with the monthly. We've still got 16 days left of it. The monthly still currently, believe it or not, respecting this range at 2062 because the previous month did not break above and we act upon what we see. So we're currently in this range and we should be coming down to 1989 levels really. Okay. Now there's not much of a bottom wick on this monthly either, so I am hoping that this monthly can pull back, but it's probably going to have to start pulling back now, which is signs that it is starting to. So we'll see. The weekly broke out, didn't even come back to test the previous support, just shut off. So I would believe, even if you want to carry on driving, you're probably going to have to come and create a bottom wick for this weekly and test 2072. I would think. Come back down, test, even if you want to then break the highs. Okay, so that's what we were looking for yesterday. Sells. We took 2 trades yesterday on stream, and they were both sells. And you could have caught a third one, again a sell. However, that was the bullish movement for the day, so it just means it wasn't happening that day. Then we got a daily bearish close, so we thought, okay, this is the move down now. Right, didn't happen. We got a bullish close yesterday. It's not really what we wanted. However, we still didn't break any highs, so technically all it's doing is forming a range here now. We're testing these highs quite a lot. If we test these highs loads and then come down, you know, we can hopefully catch the move down, because we've tested these highs a few times. We know we can't make it above there, therefore we need to come back down to pick up liquidity to then push back to break the highs. Okay, he's with me so far. So now this daily's opened up, right? Now we're currently still in this range, and the new range what we've got is this on a lower time frame. So therefore, where should we be coming? Well, I would like it if we were tapping 2182 first before flipping to the downside, because at any point this daily can flip to the upside. So we need to work out if this is just the daily creating a bottom wick in order to flip to the upside. So are we going to get something like this and then flip, or close respecting, or what? I don't know. So today is going to be a case of buys or sells really on lower time frames. We'll have to just make sure. Now if we get another bearish close like this, or ideally breaking the lows, then yeah, I would imagine that the new daily should just come retest, and then you should start coming down, and then you would have had like a nice double top there if that's how you trade. Okay. So currently, yeah, our target at the moment will be here and here. This is the range we're in, and we can go either way at the moment. Okay, anything beyond these levels, we just have to be careful of. Okay, 4 hour has closed bearish, nice. No top wick on this 4, so I wouldn't have been in on this anyway. I would have wanted a top wick first. So knowing we need a top wick, we've got 44 minutes left for this 4. I say we need a top wick. These didn't have any top wicks, and he still drove down. We came up to test this area absolutely beautifully. Look at that. Down, back up, tapped. Really nice. Okay, so the 4 is bearish, but I need a top wick. I would have been in on this 4 if we had a top wick testing the previous high. So what does that mean then? Well, it means, what have we got? 3 hours bearish, 2 hour is bearish closed. I need a top wick on the 2 hour. Mason, I'm on live here. You turn it down then. Doesn't need that. Oh yeah. I'll turn it up then. 2 hour needs a top wick. 1 hour, again, I would think needs a top wick. We're struggling here. So if we can get a pull back to around these levels, we can potentially take wingback sells. That would be the 4 hour. We can't take wingback sells. We would need a... We couldn't take wingback sells because that would be the 4 flipping. So this is what we want ideally. If this 4 can close like this bearish, you're in a clean traffic range. We're in a clean traffic range all the way down to 2158, right? But if this 4 can close like this, and the new 4 then pops up, creates a top wick for this 4, and then we can get sell stops on to come down to fill, or we take a wing back sell from 2172. Fairly straightforward really on this. It's a lovely range, but the only thing I'm a bit cautious of is it's a very clean traffic range, and look at the previous 4 was no top wick, no top wick. It means we might get the same. So the new 4 might open up and just push straight back down. Okay, but I can't get in on that. I need a top wick. So 3, because the 3's flipped. The 3's got no bottom wick. So is this 3 going to close bullish? That's a good sign for the 4 to not push much further. So the 4, we need the 4 to stay around these levels. And then 2, again, no top wick. 1, no top wick. Testing previous support. We haven't even tested. You've had a breakout on the 1. Okay, so we broke out and we haven't retested. We should be doing that. Exactly what's happened on the 4. So if you think about the 4, or even the higher time frame, you broke out, you retested, and now you're coming down. Okay, just on a smaller time frame. So it's just whether this is going to pull back for us. These are still bearish candles, so it could carry on. Or I'm trying to see if we take a 15 maybe. If we get a 15 close below to initiate this move, what happens to price? 15 close below, back, flip. Look at that 15 there, man. That's crazy. Look at that. All the way down. Could we take a 15 close below? The 30's bullish, still close respecting though. So the only candle what's closed bullish at the minute is the 30, right? The 30. So the 15's still bearish as well. So what's this 15 going to do? We ideally want this 15 to close bullish. This 15 can close bullish. We might have to wait for a 4. That's probably all of what I've got going on really, guys. We either take sells below 21.67 to come and fill the rest of the range down to 21.58, or but you've got to have at least a 15-minute breakout, and then you're going to have a top wick, because I do believe you're going to have to come back up for a top wick. What's this area here? Yeah, I would like a top wick from 21.72, but I need that forward close. It can't happen yet. That's why the wing back. So if I put an orange line on, guys, it just means, so we're all singing off the same song sheet. Orange line just means potential wing backs. When I turn it to wing back sell, that means it's ready. I'll be taking it. Okay, so just one for the future. Because at the minute, we're not ready, because if this 4 does come up now within this 1 hour candle, it means the 4's flipping. That means the 4's flipping bullish. And if the 4 closes bullish like that, yeah, and you've got a big long wick, it means you don't actually have to pull back that much to drive back up. And we don't want to be stuck in all this drawdown, do we? So we need a bearish forward close, sort of in and around these areas, really. In and around these areas. So then the reach back up is quite far, and it's going to have to retract. Other than that, if we do come past that, we could potentially retest 21.76 to come back down. Because I believe you're probably going to get an up and down. Yeah, like this, look. So if you do come all the way back up, you should do something like this. If you come up, you're going to break back into this area, so therefore you're going to tap that back down, and then you're either going to come back down or come back up. So we could maybe look for an entry around here, and if we do break out, you should test it anyway to come up. So this is a potential wing back area also. But we're only looking at sells at the moment because everything's bearish. 4 hours bearish, 3 hours bearish, 2 hours bearish, 1 hour's bearish, but doji type. So everything at the minute is still bearish. If this 4 flips now, then we'll look at potential 21.67 for wing back sells. But if the 4 closes bullish, then we need to reassess to see what's going on. Alright? So that's what we've got going on, guys. If something pops out on a smaller time frame, then yeah, we'll look to take it if it pops out. Because this looks like a breakout as well. So we broke out of it and we haven't retested this zone. That's why I'm thinking we're probably going to go something like that. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Stops on this though would... Do we need to break these highs again? I think we did on the daily, didn't we? So stops for me would be above 21.80. What's that? There's 100. Oh, I really want stops there. Because if we do need to, remember at the start of the top down, we said, well, I would have preferred a top wick on the daily, a steeper top wick testing this high. That's what I would prefer. And then flip to the downside, because at any point this can flip bullish. Come and fill this range. Three's got no bottom wick, so we know this 3's going to close bearish, but we don't want a big bearish. If it's not like the thing with trading, it sort of builds up your anxiety to, oh, I'm going to miss a trade, I need to get in quick, I need to get in a quick one, and you sort of you're rushing in your head, and you're like, oh my god, right, I need to look. Okay, so if it does this, does that, you just need to take a breath, sit back. Just watch price. If it's not 100% clear, then just sit back and go, okay, I'll just wait. That's what you've got to be like. You've discipline. Huge discipline. What was this? Was this news? 1 o'clock, yeah, it would have been. We're pushing up, man, aren't we? That's 30 there. That news? 12. That was news the other day, wasn't it? Up and down, yeah. Right, we got news today. Yeah. PPI, yeah, it'd be a big mover today. Down. Yeah, down. Come on. We just need a... The thing is though, with this daily, we might not get a break below on this daily. You might get a close like this. And then you just need a bearish close on the daily, that's it. And then you might get, maybe break the highs. We might need to break the highs again before coming down. That might be the issue. You might need something like this on the daily maybe. And that would be the liquidity in order to drive down. Push down. Got no top wick on that 4. Is this 4 gonna flip? If this 4 flips, we're gonna have to look at this again. Be a different plan. So there's nothing we can really do at the minute, guys, until the 4. I need to see how the 4 is gonna close. It would have been perfect if this 4 would give us a top wick first, and then flipped to the downside. That would have been perfect, because we would have been in there now. Grab a second, grab some tissue. Again, another miserable day. Where's summer? Get summer here.
It's only March.
Yeah, true. True that.
Surprisingly enough, been raining up here.
How's that? You're dead quiet, you know, Dan.
Am I?
Might be my volume, actually.
It's just The character, yeah.
I think it's I think it's my volume, mate. Yeah. Oh, it's not like the northeast, is it? It's normally like red hot every day.
But this is it. Usually tropical.
Yeah.
Been with pants for a reason.
Yeah. I'm thinking if you get a forward bearish close, you might get this, you know, again. Where you'll get a wick fill. We need this 4 to close bearish. That's all I need. I need this 4 to close bearish, and this wing back sell can be on. 30's going to close now. These are nice ranges, these though. Like, I mean, this was a disgusting range when we were trading this. That was minging. But I mean, this is lovely, lovely, nice, clean traffic ranges, nice break and retests. You've got like a range there. That's what you like on the hour, really, like that. You've got a wick there. It's not the best of fits. Come on, the 4, stay down there. 30 minutes left. So 30 minutes left, guys. Now, if this 3 closes bullish, that's the 4 staying bearish. We should just get a top wick, break the highs, and then flip. But it might flip now. Could be a fake out back to the upside. See how this hour closes. If this hour closes respecting this area, we might not come that far up. We might not come that far up. We could maybe look at something like these, or sell stops below. So the 15's broke out back to the upside. Now, if we get a fake out back in below, it can be one of two things: coming down to create another bottom to come up, or even break the lows to come up, or that's the pullback for the 4 to push further. I don't think it will be. I don't think the 4 is going to drive much further now, because the 3's got no bottom wick. So the 3's telling me, well, that's probably going to close bullish. So therefore the 4's not going to drive further. I might be wrong, but we'll see. I think the 3's going to close something like this. Nest play. This is a lovely nest play on the 3. Look at that, break below. If this 3 can close respecting doji type, that'd be nice. But then I don't know whether we're going to reach up. That's the thing. The only reason I've got them areas as wing back areas is because nothing shows me that you pull back to that area, mind. Just because that's where it's previous support, so it's a simple break and retest. Yeah, because there's the support there, right? Also, you've got areas with no top wick, no top wick, no top wick. Not the 3, I believe the 4, no top wick on the 4. So that normally tells me that price will come back to that area, but it doesn't mean it'll come back now, because we might get this. We're in a range where price can go straight down, right? And then obviously eventually it came back. Because when you get this, no top wick, what tends to happen if you get loads of candles with no top wicks, You know price is going to fly back through that area, and look what price done. Flew straight back through. We're flipping now, look at this. Good morning, Krish. Alright, mate? I don't know if you were on yesterday, were you? We had a nice day yesterday. Stops were a bit big for the profit though, but depending on where you had stops, we grabbed 20 pips, which is nice. Where are you gonna go? And yeah, we need a pullback here. We don't really need to break the highs, we just need to come and test previous support, 2172. That's all we need to do. But not yet, off the 4. We actually want price to stay around here. Right, because we need that 4 to stay bearish. That's what we need the 4 to stay bearish. So this is literally the time where we want price to do foo call and just consolidate until the 4 closes, and then we want the pullback. Yeah, I had to do with, that's why I was late this morning. I had to deal with all the kids this morning. Ooh. Summer due soon, Dan. Is he going to make it? How long's the train to Manchester from? It's a bit too far, really, isn't it?
It is.
It is like.
I mean, if I'm working, I'll start saving, but it's just as long as it's not. If it's May the 20th.
Yeah, no, it's normally when do we normally do it? I think it's August. Like, yeah, June or August, something like that. I think. I can't remember, you know. I might be completely wrong. I've just completely made that up. I don't know what it is, but we're thinking about having a training day with it as well. An on-site training day as well. We're thinking about that, so that might be good for people. So if you're in the UK, we have a summer do every, well, I say summer do, it's a summer meet up every year. It's normally in Manchester, so if you're free, and even if you're not a member, come along, say hi. Also, we have a Christmas do as well, which is fantastic, by the way. Fantastic every year. You got to save for that one, Dan. If you can come to any of them, come to the Christmas one.
I'll definitely be saving for the Christmas one.
Class, mate. What do I need to do today? So, I need to. Yes. It's good to have you back, Jace, to be honest with you, because I missed your crack, literally. What's it doing? Register Zoom. I had a guy the other day. Guys, if you just one for people to watch on YouTube, if you remember, right? If you remember of Relentless, which is 75 quid a month, you get as many one-to-ones as you want with me, Vic, or Andy. Yeah, because I've had a few people reach out to me lately and ask to, look, can I give you some money and teach me by myself? Well, to give me money per session. You might as well just pay £75 a month with no contract, cancel any time you want. You get as many one-to-ones in that 1 month as you can, you know what I mean? So just want to be aware of. I get loads of messages, man. My phone's just never ending. I actually changed my number last year because, mate, I'd had that phone since even when I was in the army, all through the army, and then all through like my removals business, and all my networking groups, and my phone, mate, I was just sick of it all. And obviously, I'd got insurance, loads. I bought all sorts on my card with that phone contact number, so I was constantly getting sales call. My phone, mate, you could not put it down. It was just constant. It was just breaking me. So I just, you know what? It's got a new number. It's wiped everything. Start again. And now this one's getting the same. So I've started to just put my phone down on an evening, or just leave it on the bedside or something.
Yeah.
And just not touch it till the next day. Yeah.
Best way.
When the nest is built though, Dan, oh my god. Beautiful. It's going to be a case of trading in the morning, walking over to my garage, getting the paddleboard out, wetsuit on, walk down to the beach, which is not far at all.
That sounds superb.
And practice my backstroke. You are? Yeah, running down to the beach. Or running to the burger van once I've burned some calories. You know what it is? I feel like I've done my time with fitness. That's why I'm like... The thing with the army, it's like the army sort of ruins fitness for you. Especially in the infantry, because when you do fitness in the infantry, you don't just do a bit of fitness. It's not like run around the block. Yeah, like you get absolutely hammered every morning, Monday to Friday. 6 mile, 8 mile, 10 mile, 12 mile, whatever. Kit on. Yeah, it's a hammering every morning. And then the thing with civilians and people in the forces, we look at hills differently and mountains differently. So civilians will look at mountains or hills and go, oh, it'd be great to walk up there. Yeah, where military people look at them hills and just nearly spew up because like, oh, I'd hate to run up that. Yeah, they'd be like, I hate to run up that, because they just image running up and down it. So it's different. I mean, I love the hills, man. I'm into me wild camping and stuff like that. I think the adventure training team sorted me out with that. I was part of the army adventure training team 2.5 years, which was fantastic. It was just taking people mountain climbing, walking, kayaking, cycling, rock climbing. It was great, man. Best 2 years posting ever.
I do like stuff like that. I haven't done anything for ages.
Well, I keep saying this, but it is in the pipeline, right? Not a weekend, a Relentless summer camp weekend. All cheap as well, though, as in, like, what it is, to do it, you don't need much money. So I go to a campsite, what works off an honesty box.
Yeah.
You know, you put your five, obviously you always put money in it, like, I always put money in it.
Yeah, got to pay what you think.
Yeah. But, and the campsite's fantastic, it's beside a river. So you just, I mean, last time we went, we just sat in the river, literally for ages, mate. Just sat there, the current going round us, and it was just chilling in the river. It was fantastic. Then you've got plunge pools, cliff jumps, gill scrambling, all for free. I can take these all on these for free.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of a weekend, Relentless meet-up. Weekend, just adventure training, you know. Take you through the cathedral, which is like an old quarry system with tunnel systems. Yeah. You just need the fuel to get there, really. Fuel to get there and some money for food and that.
Yeah, I've got my electric bike now, so
Oh.
I can bike.
We can have a croggy. I'll have a croggy off you. Do you call it a croggy in Newcastle?
What's a backer?
A backer?
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. We call it a croggy. It's a croggy. Yeah.
Get some stun pegs for the back seat.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nice price staying down here, look. So this 30, if this stays below here, you might just get a nest play. You might test the highs and then flip to come through further, which it means I don't know whether we can get in unless we take a 15 close below to make sure that that's the move. But the reason we're not driving is because this 30's got no bottom wick and this is more likely to close bullish. Might not, but that's what tends to happen. Yeah, but this is good for us because the 4, but it's whether this 4 is going to pull back, guys, because none of these have. So don't get FOMO. It's not my trade today, but if it's your trade today, because you're technically hovering, aren't you? Because what range are we in? We're in this, aren't we? So therefore, you've shown that you've respected the top and you're coming back down. So therefore, you're free falling in between here and here. So you should be coming straight down, really. Yeah. But obviously, I don't trade like that. I wouldn't just enter coming down. But if it's your trade, by all means, take it. You know. For me, I need a pullback. I either need a sell stop underneath, or I need a wingback sell, because a wingback sell would be a lot better for me. But I know we might not get it because these didn't give me it. Plus, wingback sell, you've always got a chance to get out. That's what I love about wingback sells. Whereas let's say, for example, you get a forward close like this, the new 4 pulls back a tad, you get a sell stop underneath, right? You get activated, and then the new 4 closes like that. Now, you'd be lucky if the new 4 then comes back that far enough to get you out of break even. It might only come there and then flip, but at that point, you know, you're fucked. You're not getting out of the trade. There's no way it's coming back. You'd have to take second entries somewhere to come back down. Do you know what I mean? So the thing with sell stops and buy stops, it's always on an area where you can reverse, and if it does reverse and you're fucked up and that is the reversal, it might not come back. That's it. It's less likely. Whereas if this new 4 comes up and we go in for sells here, if this new 4 closes like that and we're in drawdown, the new 4 should still come back. You've got more of a chance to get out of break even, and you know you need to get out because the 4's closed bullish. Exactly like yesterday. What did I say yesterday on that trade coming up? If the 4 closes bullish, where was the 4? Was it? It was this one, wasn't it? If this 4 closes above this here, if this 4 closes above here, then you need to get out. Luckily, it pushed up, you win drawdown, and it closed at break even. So I would have just got out, knowing the 4 was closed, or maybe wait for a little pullback. Pullback, which you got, so you could have grabbed 20 pips in that. I think it was 20 pips. Yeah, 20 pips you could have grabbed, and then a flip to the upside. But you know it's going to flip because the 4's bullish. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you could have been expecting it to come back to test previous support, which normally happens, but I would have definitely been risk-free at 10 pips, knowing that the 4's closed above. Oh, this 3's flipped, guys. What did we say about the 15? So we're getting a fake out. Remember, this could just be a double bottom forming to come back up, and this is where you might get a fake out. Here on the 15s, you get 2 15s. What breakout? So if we get a close on the 15 below, I need a top wick to rule out the fake out. We're just a bit overly cautious at the minute. Be interesting to see how this 3 closed. This is a lovely nest play. Look at that. It fits perfect if it closes like this. Just whether the new 4 can push up, break the highs. I don't know if it's gonna. And we've got no previous data to go off. I just want to see on a lower time frame, what does price do around here? There is a little where the 30 and the 1 hour pulls back to this zone here on 2171. So if I go to 2171, yeah, so see this here, so there's something here around 2171.15 where we might reject from here. It's the only thing we've got really. You've also got another one here. See this one, 2171, where for some reason we get some sort of rejection around these levels to come down. But I'm thinking because we've broke back up, we might grab this reach up. And if you come up to there, the difference between these ones here and ours is these didn't have any candles with no top wicks. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, well, if you're coming up to that level, you're likely going to come further up to create a top wick, to get that top wick of the 1 and the 4. Do you know what I mean? So, but we are going to be looking in between 2171 and 59. Do you know what? I'm going to put another line on. Because I've just noticed, if you look at this, there's no top wick on that 30. So we might just come up to hit that, which is still just short. It's going to be in between this zone, I think. Now worst case, so if this hour closes bearish, guys, respecting, it means we might flip. It means the new hour should probably push down. So how can we get in without missing the move? I can't get in unless I get a 15 close, but then I need a top wick. This 15's closing respecting. 5, what's a 5 doing? So the 5's not closed back below yet. You've got a minor range here on the 5. And the new hour's about to close. Gonna be interested to see what this 15 does actually. Think whether we could buy up, you know. Don't think we can because the 4 is going to be bearish. Yeah, 4 will close in 8 minutes, mate. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on, the 4, Krish. Waiting for the 4 to close bearish like this. But we're hoping, this time we are hoping, but what we see is a different matter. We're hoping the new 4 can pull back, create a top wick for this 4, and we can get wing back sells on to come down. but price is telling us that it's probably going to open and just drop. But no, it's they're an hour behind at the minute, aren't they? America. So it's it'll change back though. So 9 o'clock now it closes at the minute. Yeah. Oh. Now, if this hour closes bearish and we can get a top wick, we can just get a sell stop on underneath. So for example, if you look at this, you got a couple of trickling candles there. 2. Yeah, you've had 2 trickling candles, and then this candles came up and broke this high. So is this going to drive? Are we going to get this? I'm hoping not. But if this closes bearish like this and the new hour can come and tap 2168, we'll get a sell stop underneath. Okay. So you just have to stand by. But I would really like a further pullback. But the thing is though, the new hour doesn't need to pull back that much really. I just need it to come and tap maybe 2168. Let's turn this red. 2168. If we get a pull back to 2168, we can get sell stops underneath. That's the thing, when you get clean traffic range, it's nice, but it's not nice when you're in the middle, because you don't know if it's going to form a new range or not, and you're waiting on a pullback or a break. Sometimes I've been on streams where I'm just watching price go all the way down and I just haven't been able to get in, because it's had no pullback, no top wick. I just couldn't get in. And the time you just enter, because you know it's coming down, is the time it reverses. Yeah, that's Forex all over. Oh, look at this hour. We're not driving on this hour. Still not driving. Hoo 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 hoo. I just don't know if we're gonna pull back. See what this 4 does. It's gonna be very interesting what this 4 does. It's a lovely close on the 4 mind. I just don't know whether it's gonna come back. Oh, the one's flip bullish. Okay, so these sell stops won't be on, right? Unless we push higher up. We can get them off the 4, but I'd need a top wick for a 4, really. This is what we want, really. We want the 4. We want the one to close bullish, but respecting, that would be perfect. And then the new one pushes up, taps, pulls back, closes doji. And then that's the first hour of the 4 gone. Next hour, bearish. Then you've still got 2 hours then to drive through these ranges. That would be perfect. But it's just whether this one is going to make it up to our zone. That's it. That's all we're looking at. But if this one can close respected like this, fantastic. If it closes back in, it's hard to go off what the ranges are, so I don't know whether the new hour is going to come up close bullish. I'm just worried with these stops, because what's this here? Oh, that's news. Oh, was it news? Must have been news there.
Wicks.
Yeah,
That
see,
was the news.
wasn't news, yeah.
It was Friday, so it was.
So if you think about in these areas, we've only got news to go off, and it looks like they all come. That's why with stops are difficult here because they all get stopped. They all push up to these levels, apart from this one. So could we get away with stops above 21.79? Potentially. Potentially.
Well, I got in yesterday.
Is it? 21.79. Did you get in on that?
I did. I
Whoa.
79.77. I'm in one at the minute from yesterday. Well, two from yesterday.
Fantastic. All in profit?
74. Well, the 79 and 77 are closed. Now I closed them last night before it closed. 74. I've taken 75% out. So that's just sitting. And 70. I'm in one from 70 as well.
Class, Dan. Nice,
5%
man.
out as well, just in case it goes
Where did you get in on the 70 one this morning or yesterday, did you say?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So then did you go into drawdown then with them? Have you not moved your stops?
My stops are above, but it's not high lots, but they're above that.
Ah, right, and you've just sort of left them, type of thing. Yeah, I mean, that's another way you could trade. You could take 75% out the trade, like you take partial move to break even. Like you take partial, but not move to break even if you wanted to. And then your stop loss, you could leave your stop loss where it is, and if it hits, your profit might cover what the loss is. That makes sense. That's another way you could do it. It's all down to you guys how we want to trade basically.
I think it was risky what I did yesterday. I don't think I'll be doing that again.
Ah, right. Was it one of them?
Well, it was just sort of, I was expecting fullbacks, so these were wing backs, and it just kept going.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh crap. But it has worked out because it started to pull back. I got in extra wing backs.
Yeah.
Those ones. And that got us the sort of, that was covering any losses on those ones. But
Okay.
probably, well,
Yeah. Now you're doing well, mate. You're good that you're taking your trades, though. But obviously you got to make sure that they are set up, so Dan. You know what I mean? Which I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying, just make sure if you're taking them, the proper setups. Yeah, because you gotta train your brain to only take high probability setups. Because if you have the attitude, oh, I'm just on a demo, I'll just take it to see how it gets on. You keep in your brain that you'll do that when you're on your lives, or you gotta. It's like driving a car. You put the clutch in, put it in the gear, and you force your brain to do it. But over time, you just automatically do it while you're thinking about other stuff. Now, it's the same with trading. You gotta force your brain to only take high probability trades. Otherwise, when you're on a live and you have that attitude, oh, it's just a demo, so I just took it. I'm saying that. He's me yesterday going, go on, Dan, take it. Yeah. Go on, Dan, take it.
to be fair, that one is still on as well.
Is it?
Yeah. But I put my stop above 182 on that one, again, smaller lots.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
So it's I just need that now to come back.
Okay, so we've had a forward close now, guys, right? We've had a little top wick, so it could drive for me, so don't get any FOMO. The 3 hours closed bullish, which is nice, so it tells us that we're probably going to break the highs, I would think, in order to come down. The 2, again, it closed bullish, just above this. This is only a minor support, mind. But it has closed bullish back above it, so again, that should have the same. The 1's closed back above again, which is nice. It's quite a decent bullish candle that as well to come back up. So it is shown that the 4 should have a steeper bottom wick, unless obviously this is a fake out back to the upside. If this is a fake out to the upside to then come back down, break lows, which that also could be happening here. Or we've got to be careful because you could just come down to create a bottom to then come back up, and this could catch us out if we take sells below. So I think at the minute I'm only looking at wingbacks at the moment, unless I get breaks below, but then I need a steep top wick. So for example, if this 15 closes back below 21.69 and the new 15 breaks the highs with no bottom wick, we can look for sell stops to come down. If it flips, that is. Might not, but if it does. But at the moment, the only thing I've got going on is these wingbacks. In these wingback areas, these are still a bit risky as well, because I haven't got any ranges to go off. Like, there's only this what fits really. This. What else is there? This. You've got a couple of areas here where you tap after coming up. This one, that's all I've got to go off. But some of the times you can go straight through. So it is risky, but the reason why we're looking at it is because the 4 hour is still bearish. The 4 hour is bearish. The 4 hour, if the 4 hour pulls back, it can flip to the downside at any point. Because we're in a clean traffic range. But also, we've got to understand about the daily. Is this just the bottom wick for the daily to come back up to flip to the upside? So we've got a bit of contradictions going on at the minute. Well, stops will be moved to safety fairly quickly anyway on this one. I would think these would get tapped. 5. I'm trying to see if we can sell up, because you're now bullish on everything apart from the 4. You're even bullish on the daily if you think about it. It's just the 4. Is this 4 going to give us a? Is the 4 going to give us a top wick? If it doesn't, we'll be goosed, because it'll just carry on and it won't come back for us. Yeah, but yeah. Now what we could do maybe is if the 5, it's a 15. Nah, I'm probably just gonna wait, I think. See what these 15s do. So again, we're just waiting, guys, unfortunately. Guys, if you watch on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for a free basics course, our basics course is now free. If you jump into the hit the link tree button in the descriptions, jump into the free Discord, and the free basics on there as well. 15, 5's closed bearish. So if this hasn't drove, why hasn't this drove? Well, it means that this wasn't enough liquidity to push past this. So therefore, do we need to pull back? Or do we need to break this low before coming back up? Probably, but I can't take that a minute. See how this 15 closes. Because the 1 hour broke back in technically. So the 1 hour should get a bottom wick, which is tap previous support. Now is this hour going to flip? What's going to tell us? The 30 should... Oh, actually the 30 should get a wick fill. So we've got quite a lot of contradictions going on here. What do we get? We got a break above. Break above. Now if we do come back below, yeah, and then we come back above, we can look at taking a buy up. Because you wouldn't be coming back above for no reason, just to come back below. You know, this would be like a fake out back to the downside to then come back above, and now you're going to come and break all the highs. You're going to break at least this. But at the minute, they're just setting up all their ambushes for us at the minute. Just thinking if you get a 5 close above. If you get a 5 close above here, what happens to price? All the way through. Look at that 5. That's a lovely... That's what you want to see on wingbacks. Look at that. This 5 leaves town with no bottom wick. All the way up, activates, pulls back, new 5, straight back down, take partial move to break even, flips back bullish, carries on. Down, back up, down. It's whether we can get up there, man. Ooh, look at this 5 now. That means a 15's closing. So we're getting a... If this 15 closes bearish like this is a cow. Technically it's a sign to push further down. That means the 4. Look, it means the 4 might drive further. I just don't like how the hours closed above now. So I wouldn't be able to get in yet. I would need at least maybe a 30 close and then a top wick. Is this one gonna flip? That's the question. So the 5's not driving back down. Actually, it did close bearish, but it's not driving. So do we need to come and break the highs before coming back down? Or we can't break the highs because this wasn't enough liquidity, so therefore we need to break the lows. Yeah, there's no happening at the minute, guys. We're gonna have to wait. Gotta wait for a bit more. What should we talk about? It's about fishing. Anyone go fishing? No? Fly fishing?
Not for years.
Every man should do fishing. I think it's... No man would ever be depressed.
Do you do catch and release?
Yeah, I just go for the buzz, the fight. Catch and release. There's times where obviously I'll keep the fish, but if when I go wild camping, I take my little fly rod, and if I catch a brownie, we will cook it and eat it. Yeah, and we went to Loch Nil Dricken a couple of years ago, mate. It was unreal. It was beautiful, beautiful weather in Scotland, the Galloways.
Yeah.
Like the loch's like miles away from anywhere. It's a hell of a walk in with all your kit and that. But the lochs up there are just absolutely rammed with wild brownies, and the wild brownies are actually decent sizes. And I caught us I think it was about 5 trout. There's a picture on my Facebook. 5 wild brownies, mate. I cooked. We had one each. It was unreal. Garlic butter and just salt and pepper, and oh man, it was fantastic. Unreal. Best tasting fish you'll ever have. Pure wild. You can't get any fresher than that, mate. I do like a bit of mackerel fishing though. I enjoy mackerel season when the mackerel come in. But I just enjoy the float. A lot of people spin or use feathers so they catch loads in one go. I don't do it to catch the numbers. I do it because I like the buzz of the float going under. Like whack. Yeah, it looks like we need to come and break this low again, guys. But I'd just be very cautious here, because you might just want to break this low to grab this liquidity in order to come back to break the high. I am looking though, if something pops out where sometimes it pops out and go, okay, well, we need to come here. We need to. There's no other way to go. Bit like yesterday's trade on the morning. We come on and I went, right guys, I'm in here straight away, and these were all shocked because I knew. I think we tested the high loads. There was loads of wicks, and then the new candle opened up with no bottom wick, and he'd already pushed up and you were rejected. So I knew this was going to flip to come down. So if something pops out like that, then yes, it'll just be a case we'll just jump in. But at the minute, I can't. I need to confirm that this is the 4 driving down. Because at the minute, the 1's bullish. You know what I mean? So the 1 could flip at any point. And I think this'll catch loads of people out taking sells here. If this 1 hour flips. It might not though, it might drive down. Could drive down. But do we just wait for the hour to break below then? At that point we're free falling. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a lot safer just waiting. But 43 minutes. Obviously we don't want to walk 43 minutes. So what else can we do? Okay then. Well, if we get a 30-minute below and we get a top wick to rule out the fake out of the 1 hour flipping, then we could potentially get sell stops underneath the 30. Because if you take sells anywhere around here, you might just break below this. Price comes back. What would that look like? Well, it would be a double top, wouldn't it? A double bottom. And then where are we going? Well, we're going to break these, and you're going to come back up. But this here can trick you all into, okay, this is the 4 driving further down, because we are in a very clean traffic range. But there's times where you're thinking, okay, well, this is what we could get. They're tricking us, but you do then drive. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I always say, don't underestimate the people we're up against. They're very, very smart people. They're always trying to trick us. Yeah, but this is why you can't have any emotion, because the time you think this is tricking us to get in, to come back, is the time it'll drive, and it'll just piss you off if you have emotion. Just piss you off. And then the next time you see the same thing, you'll then get in and go, well, last time I got duped and it drove, and then this time it'll then come back up and stop you out.
I hate the man.
Do you know what I mean? So you're constantly having this battle, but you just got to take all the anger, all the frustration, everything away from it, so you can think logically. Look at this 30. This is a nice 30 close. This, so 11 minutes. I can't do anything either, though, guys. If this 30 closes like this and we get a top wick, tap in 21.69, we maybe get sell stops underneath, or would it be safer for a wing back? Because you've got no top wick on this 15 and you've got no bottom wick on this 15. See what I mean with the cow? So when you get a cow like this, it means the next candle tends to do a big push. But I wouldn't have got in on this because that 15 didn't have a bottom wick, and now this 15 didn't pull back first. So at any point this 15 can close respecting. And imagine if you're getting in now on 5 minute time frames. Let's say you get a 5 close below here and you get in first sell, and then the 15 pulls back and closes respecting. What are you thinking? Shit. Because then the new 15 could just push, break the highs because he's still respecting this area. I'm not saying it's going to do that. Now if you get an hour close below this, that means this was a fake out. You get a top wick. After the top wick, you get a sell stop underneath, and then stops would actually, you should be fine with stops above, just above the high, really. Because you shouldn't break that again. You should come down. So we've had that 5 close now, right? 5 close. It's what this 15 is going to do. Let's see how this 15 closes. If this 15 is going to flip to the upside, this 5 should close back above if it's going to do that. But look, I'm saying this couldn't break the highs because there wasn't enough liquidity on this, so that means you're going to have to break this in order to come back up. So if this 15 does flip, then this has broke the lows, and that'll be enough liquidity to now push past this. It's creating a top wick. Now it's all on this 5 really. If this 5 closes bullish, that's the 15 flipping. If it pulls back and flips, then that's probably the move to push down. So it's literally probably on this 5 minute candle now. So let's see how this 5 closes. But there's no point getting in here at the minute, guys. Oh, look at this 5. Is it gonna flip? No FOMO if it does. Oh, look at that. Pull back. Woohoo! It's good, it's good. It's good. I mean, if this is your trade, guys, take it, yeah? Take it. This is, the way I talk, it's me thinking out loud. Yeah, it's not for me, this. But if it's for you, take it. See, I would need a 30 close like this, and then I would need a pullback on the 30, maybe tapping these levels, or at least the body, and then I could potentially look for sell stops down. That's probably what I would want to see. What's this 5 doing then? No.
is that, Pete?
It's an intro for YouTube. I'm just, people are sending me designs for it. I'm after a bloody someone who can take over social media. So if you watch on YouTube, anybody knows you, anybody can edit videos and take over our social media stuff. It just takes too time. It's more just the editing the videos, really. Not making loads of short videos. So it's just.
I wouldn't have a clue where to start.
It takes too long, mate, for me to do. This 5's going to close bullish, but it hasn't broke back up. So what's the next 5 going to do then? Are you going to get a wick fill and a bullish close on the 5? Because you've still got, this is the last 5 of the 15 to close. So if this 15 closes respecting here, then you're likely going to come back to break the highs. Excuse me.
I think.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What's going on with me today? I might be ill. Dan.
It's probably likely, Pete. Everyone else is.
I know. Mason was off school yesterday. Taylor was ill the other day as well. The thing with Taylor, she has such a low immune system. You get a cold, she's like bloody really bad. You know what I mean? Even if you've got a little sniffle.
Yeah.
And then Ashton was ill. We've all been ill. Emma's ill yesterday and today. Today she's bad. That's why I've had to sort the kids out this morning. Oh, look at the 15, guys. Look at this. Now, if the 15 does close below, then you're likely to get a wick fill on this 15. Okay. So, it's quite interesting, this, what's going on. Very good for your trading, this, when you're watching price like this, and you just... The more you see it, it's just building up experience, because that's what it is in trading, you know. You can do loads of courses, but the main ingredient to it is experience, fortunately. The more you see. I need a new chair. I'm going to get a brand new chair for the nest. Everything's going to be brand new, Dan. I'm going to get a Chesterfield. Oh, nice Chesterfield office chair. Recliner as well, so I can put my feet up on the table. Be nice.
Wing back.
Oh, wing back, yeah. Good, couldn't I? Look at price now. Look at this. Look at that 15. Okay, so this, basically, if the 15 closes like this, that means, or bullish, got to close bullish. So if it closes bearish, then you're probably going to get a wick fill. But if it closes bullish, it means that this was a liquidity grab to maybe push past this. Oh. So Monday, Tuesday we didn't catch trades, did we? And then yesterday we caught 2. So here's the thing about trading, like the reality of it. When you see these people making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% a month, yeah, that's good. It's good for them, yeah. But I don't know how sustainable that is, really. Now, do you know what is realistic in trading? 1% a month, 2% a month. That's realistic in trading, I think. What I've learned, I do believe that's the more long-term sustainability. 1, 2, 3, 5% a month is a good month in trading. It's a fantastic month, to be honest with you. 5%. You are?
You need a big trading account for that, 1%.
Well, if you go off like funded accounts, 200k, 1%, you know, it's got decent money, mate. 2 grand. Yeah. And then you think if you know if you knew you were consistently profitable, and you were making 1 to 5% a month, you'd get as many funded accounts as you could. You'd get as many live accounts as you could, because you know that if you've got 5 200k accounts, 1%, yeah, of how much would that be? Million, wouldn't it? Yeah, million.
Yeah.
Your 5 200k accounts be a million. 1% of a million, mate. It's pretty good. Yeah. So that's all it is. Then you're just adding accounts to it, but you know you're long term. You're consistently profitable.
What is this candle? No way.
Yeah, I know about Wick. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this. So that's the 15 close. Look at the 15 now, guys. If this 15 can pull down first and tap 2168, we potentially can get a buy stop on. Because you've struggled again to break the lows. Oh, it needs to pull back first though. Because now you're looking at breaking the highs now. Because this was the liquidity grab to come up. Let's see. I don't like how we've got no bottom wick though. It doesn't really need a bottom wick though. This is the thing, because this has done the liquidity grab, so it's picked up fuel for this to maybe power up. But it helps you getting in. Helps you getting in. And the advantage point would be this. You see, would be this high, because you know you're gonna come. There's only one. There's nowhere else to go, is there? There's nowhere else to go. You close back in here. Why would you wouldn't just close back in here to then close below straight away and carry on? You know, if we got a bottom wick and then we could get buy stops on, take partial move to break even, and hopefully carry on. But obviously we haven't been able to get in on that. Look at that. Ooh. Anybody get in on these? Can even if you did or didn't, can you understand the reason why we are patient and we wait? Because this would have trapped loads of people. And where would they put their stops? Above here. Loads of stops, loads of money here now. So this should, I would think, breaks the highs. How far is this? Look at the hourly candle now. It's how far is this hourly gonna go? I don't know, guys. I don't know how far it's gonna go. We're gonna have to be aggressive with these stops, because if you look at the only thing we've got to go off is this hour, but I believe this was news, so then we can go off it. The other thing we've got to go is here. So you closed respecting here, and then the new candle actually came all the way up to 2174, right? Oh, but I do know the lower time frames. I mean, look at that 15. The lower time frames, you tend to tap here and you pull back to at least 2170, which would be just shy of 10. So we maybe go risk free at that. But I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this. So I'm thinking if we tap, look at these pushing candles, push, 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 no bottom wick, no top wick. That would have been perfect. No bottom wick, no bottom wick. So you're thinking, okay, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. And then this close with no top wick. Fantastic. What you're thinking, this candle's going to open up, push up first, and then close bearish. That's what we want to see, that. Look at this candle go. We're close, guys. I don't know where this 15's going though. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, stand by. Stand by. How long's left? 1 minute left for this 5. We'll push a bit further. Five might close here. We've still got two 15-minute candles. We might push all the way up here. We could have a potential second entry round here. Oh no, wherever you go. Can we tap? Wow, what a pushing candle that is. 1 5-minute candle. Okay guys, I am in for sells on this now. I'm in for a sell. Where am I at? Stops for me. They're going to be these highs here. No top wick on the 5. Fantastic. That's a nice close. Where's the one? Zoom out. Here we go. Now, we've still got 5 minutes left of the 15, so the next 5 might drive as well. And then the last 5 should pull back for the 15. Okay? But this 5's closed with no top wick. Oh, lovely. And you've got no bottom wick on this 5, so that's really nice. So, I would take partial move to break even. It's whether we're going to get this here. Because the 5 broke above now, so we might not pull back that far. We'll see how we get on with this 5. You've got to stand by, pay attention, because we might move stops fairly quickly. I think the new 15. I am looking at a potential second entry at 2174. There's 10. So if we maybe took partial here. But for me, our target really is if the 4 could flip, but the 4 might give us a steeper top wick. That's the thing. I haven't got this on the bloody signals. We pushed so quick there, didn't we? Okay, I'm going to be going risk free at 2170. Now the 15's had a lovely push, no bottom wick, so if this 15 can pull back, and then the new 15 pulls back first, taps maybe 2169, and then it can flip and drive if it wants, we're not bothered. That there is, I believe, 16 pips, that'd be lovely. So let's see how this 5 close. We just need a 5 bearish close really on this. Ideally a 5 bearish close below here, just so the new 5 doesn't come up, stop us out, and then drop.
No top wick or bottom wick on the previous one, is there? So
oh shit, yeah. So it's really, if this is the turn, for the 4, this is a better sign that price will probably want to come back to 2169. That's a good spot that, Dan, because I didn't actually see that. That's the same with the 15 really. So you might not get down there yet. You might get a 5 and then a top wick and then a flip, which would be the 15 pulling back, or the new 5 might drive further because you've still got 2 5-minute candles. No, you haven't. This is the second last 5. So if this closes bearish, and then the last 5 of the 15, I would think close bearish as well. That means this 15 would pull back. I tell you what though, guys, if this 15 closes respecting here, we are in the money. We are in the money. Because the new 15 then should just flip. That would be enough liquidity now to drive and break all these lows. If it's going to do that. We've got to see. Now our get out really for me is, where would our get out be really? So if you get an hour close above 21.71, you get an hour close above 21.71, because that's the new range there. Let's put this a bit thicker. So this is the 1 hour range. That's all I've got to go off really. So if we get an hour close above that, I'll probably be looking to get out, but we shouldn't really. We should come and test the lows again. This needs a bottom wick, this 30 needs a bottom wick. I would think price needs to come back down to create a bottom wick before coming up, if it wants to come up. But remember, the 4 was still bearish. The 4, is this just the top wick for the 4 to flip to the downside? It didn't actually get, what did it get? It hasn't hit any previous wicks as of yet. Maybe the 30, did it get the 30? Oh, it's got the 30, okay, so it's hit the 30. No top wick on this 30. So is that all it needs to do for the flip? It's 5 close now. So this is, if we can get a bearish close on this 15, sorry, on this 5, that means the 15 would be closing bullish, but we should get a pullback first. That's what that's saying, if the 5s stay bearish. I'm not risk free yet. If this 5 can give us a top wick, tap and break even, and then it flips bearish, then I'll go risk free, because there's no reason to flip back up. If it does, it's probably going to drive further, and we'll just look for another entry further up. Okay, but I need a bit of a steeper top wick. If not, we'll just wait for the 15 to close. Let me see if I can get this on the signals quickly. No, 21.70.97. Okay, the 5's looking nice. See if we can flip on this. GB2 would be 21.5.03. Can this 5 flip? Here's this 5 going to flip. If the 5 closes above, that means we're probably going to push further. I am looking at a second entry at 21.74, but I would think the 15 would need to pull back. So if this 15 can close with no top wick, fantastic. So let's see. On the feeling.
Easy pusher.
But if this 5 flips, ooh, nice.
26 bits.
Come on, the 5. Okay, let's have a look here. Because if the 15 closes like this, we should be pushing the next range at 21.74. Unless we're getting something like this. Which we don't want. Oh, there is an area actually at 21.73, which you could push to. You can actually push to 21.73 and still pull all the way back. 2173, where's that at? That, well, that is the previous support in the hour, isn't it? The last 15 of the hour as well. So we're going to the last 15 of the hour. So can this 15 pull back? Or are you going to drive with this? If the hour closes above, actually, we could just look to get out on the new hour. But if you look at this hour pushed all the way to 2174. And then pulled back on 2171. And then the new hour pulled back, hit our take partial move to break even. And then drove. So I would think that's going to happen anyway. That's a new 15 now, isn't it? Ooh, the 5's close above, so it does look like we're going to push. I want to see what this 15 does. This 15 should pull back. Pushing up first, no bottom wick. Nice. How high can this hour go? New hour in 13 minutes. So if the hour can stay down here, we should get a nice bottom wick. If not, we're looking at another entry at 2174. Selling that gold. Two. Okay, what's the hour going to do? Is it driving? It's not really driving, is it? Oh, it is now. It is now. So it's on this hour really, what this hour is going to do. Now bear in mind this hour can... It'd be nice if this hour can actually come and tap 2174, believe it or not. I know you don't want the drawdown, but if you look at the reach from the hour's coming from these levels. That's a big pushing candle on the 1 hour. So then you're more likely you're going to pull back. But also the new hour is more likely to pull back to give a bottom wick before coming back up. Do you know what I mean? So if this hour could tap this area, fantastic, it'd be much better for us. But at the minute, as long as we respect these areas on the hour, remember this is just a break, retest to come back down off the 4, and the but if we break above, then what are we thinking? We're thinking, okay, well, we've broke back into the area now, so we should come and fill the range. But is that the daily now flipping to the upside? Because remember, the daily's bullish. Yeah, the daily's still bullish. So is that the daily flipping to the upside? At that point, we're probably going to have to manage risk if we close above there. I mean, the 5's struggling there, like. Just grab a bottle of water, guys. Be back in a second. Yeah, right. 5 no top wick. Yeah, we're not really driving, are we? Which is a good sign. It doesn't look like this 15 is going to get up. So it doesn't look like this hour is going to get up there. So what does that mean? So for the hour, it means the 4's pulling back. It's created that top wick for the 4 now, which is really nice. That's what we wanted. Look, so the 4's got the top wick now. I think that's where we had the original entry, didn't we? The top wick of the 4. But I mean, it's not much difference anyway. 5 pips there. But it's hit our area now, so can this 4 flip to come and fill the range? That is the question. We're currently hovering. So if this 4 closes bullish, that means it's now created a brand new range. And that's one of the things we can't preempt. We can't preempt them. If they're going to do it, it's going to do it. Okay. However, technically, this 4 should flip to the downside. But it's whether how steep the 4 needs to be. It might come and test 2176 and then flip. We don't know. If we get a bullish 1 hour close, then it might mean we're going to push further. But we should be out the trade by then, because the 1 hour should pull back before doing that. I am going to be going risk free at 2170, but I'll probably take partial at 2169. So if this hour closes like this and the new hour pulls back first to flip and drive, a bit like these ones. So this hour closed 2171, and then I mean, if this, what did I say, was it the 30 or the 15? Don't think it's going to happen, but if the 30 could pull back, I tell you what, 7 minutes, unlikely, but if this 30 could pull back, close respect, and that would have been lovely. What is this zone? Why have I got this marked up? What's this? Oh. There's a bit of a range there, isn't there? Okay, nice. Oh, look at that 5, guys. Look at that. Oh, I could eat a 5, guys, now. Oh. Could I? Now, is this 5 closes bearish, right? Oh, my God, this is lovely. This is lovely. Right, I'm going to wait for this 5 to close in 1 minute. Because what we might get is a top wick and then a flip on the 5, which is the 15 closing bearish. The 30, I tell you what, if this 30 closes respecting, guys, we're in the moolah. This 5's closing lovely. Can the next 5 follow suit, though? That's the thing, because we need the 15 to close bearish. That's it. We need the 15 to close bearish. I haven't gone risk-free yet. I want to see a top wick. Oh. Oh my god, I didn't even enter properly. Why have I done that? Let's see if we can tap. Okay, right. The new 5's going to happen now. I'm going to take 50% out the trade. And then I'm going to go risk-free. So we're now risk-free on this, right? Now, I'm hoping this is everything pulling back. That we don't pull back that much. Okay, now you can take partial move to break even if you want. If you push past this, fantastic. I didn't even put the right lot size in there, guys. I don't know why it's done that. I put a low lot. Still alright though. Now, if this is the 4-hour flipping, like I say, we should have some nice flies. Because look how sexy that 4 looks now. Look how sexy that 4 looks. Dan, tell me a more sexier situation.
I mean, that is sexy.
That is sexy. Now, that's if it drives. That's if it drives. It might not. Okay, but if this 30 closes like this, there's no reason to come back up. Right? We might get a wick fill, but you shouldn't really break the highs. I'm hoping it doesn't come that far to stop us out before flipping. Guys, I'm going to take another partial because I didn't have the right lot there. That's really annoyed me. But anyway, whatever. I've took another partial of it.
Just the 10 today?
You are?
Is it just the 10 lots today?
I normally use a 5 lot and it's put on a 3.5 lot. And do you know what? I've never used a 3.5 lot. So I don't know why my MT4 has got 3.5 lot set in. It's normally 5. This is what I'm saying with technology. It just changes things randomly.
Sometimes when I start my computer up, it automatically puts gold on FX. And it hasn't been on FX for a while now. It's on a wander.
Yeah.
And it's not in my watch list as FX. I've deleted that. It's still popped up with FX. Because I'm like, well, where are all my markings and my setups and that?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is FX. It's not the right one. Why it does that? Great.
Okay, if this 30 closes above, it means we're probably going to get a wick fill. And we might get stopped out. So I have took another partial. I haven't got much left in the trade at all, guys. But you want to be risk-free now. Right? Now, it's whether the hour. What's the hour? If the hour closes bullish, then you're likely going to come back up. Because you're going to get a wick fill on this hour. So it's up to you whether you close full or whether you hold out to see if you can get it. Like I say, I haven't got much left in this trade, so it makes no difference to me if it comes out and stopped out. I'm a bit pissed off for them lots, but I'm still decent. Still alright profit this morning. Yeah. It's just whether this 4 can flip here. We need this 4 to stay down. That's it. Everything's still showing that it's still looking to come back up. Everyone grab some profit from there. On YouTube, if you watch on YouTube, did you get in? You don't have to drop a W in the chat and that and all that crap for algorithms. You don't have, I'm not here for that.
Come on, 15.
Ooh, this is nice. Yeah, I mean, if this 30 flips and closes bearish, whoo, really nice. If it does. Yeah, because the 5 still got no top wick. If you look at the 5, still got no top wick, and this 5's got no bottom wick. Oh, you missed it, Sharif. Ah, lucky mate. We might come back up yet. Still, price is still showing us that we are still bullish, so you might even come back up to this. This is a potential another trade here. 21.74 you could look at if you missed that one. But we're trying to work out where the 4 is going to flip from. and it came up and tapped exactly where we actually had. Our original entry was that, wasn't it, Dan? Here, this top wick here. It was that originally, but there was an area where price can tap 21.71, so that would have been perfect, no drawdown whatsoever. But I think it was like a 5 pip difference. Okay, 20 seconds for a close. If this 30 closes above, then what we're likely going to see, unless we get a fake out back in, but you might get a bottom wick and then a wick fill, or you might get a wick fill and then a fake out back down, which that would be nice for us. You get something like that. And if we can avoid this top wick, even better. Okay, there you go. There's the 30 close. So we are still bullish, but it's just whether we can get a fake out. Again, fake out's another thing we can't preempt. If they're going to happen, they're going to happen. And they tend to happen with a range 1 breakout though. So if you just say, okay, well, this could be a fake out if it's range 1. You sort of want this candle to push up first and then flip. 15's bearish. Look at that. Now, do you know what I'm going on about? No bottom wick, no top wick. What did we say with this trade? What Dan actually pointed out. This 15's got no bottom wick. Look what price has done. It came down, tapped it. And I did say, even if you want to drive, you're going to have to come and tap that before driving. And look what it's done. It's tapped it. Now it could drive back up if it wants to, because it's done what it's needed to do. Obviously, we're hoping for closures below 21.69, but I probably won't be taking this today now, this second trade, guys. Actually, I'll just show you it though, Sharif. But I don't, if this is going to flip from here, then I'd just delete it. If we start breaking these lows, I'd delete this. But that's what we're looking at for a second, potential second wing back. 21.74. Do you know what I've just noticed? We had a wing back sell from here, and I did brief you up about how I would change this to a wing back sell. And I didn't even change it to wing back sell. Fucking, I'm an idiot, me, aren't I? Absolute idiot. I'm thick as out. Thick as out. Lovable idiot. Is this going to be a fake out, guys? If you get a 30 close below here, you're in the money, because that is now the liquidity grab. There's enough liquidity now to drive through these ranges, and you could actually make it down, because that's what previous data shows. You could actually get it down to them. So really nice trade. Well done, everyone. Look at this, man. Woo! Jesus Christ, get down there.
Big drive. Big drive.
Yeah. Look at that, man. I have to get a screenshot so far, see if we can carry on driving. No top wick on the 5 though. This 5 could flip at any point. We had tape partial move to break even, didn't we? What are you doing? Can't believe my lot size there. What you could do if you want is you could potentially move your stop to the high, because if this flips back up, it's probably going to stop you anyway if it does flip. So it would make no difference. That's what you could do. I mean, I haven't got much left in this, so I'm just holding out really. Oh look, this is a lovely 5-minute close though. If you can get this 5-minute close, this is perfect. $21.59. 5's rejecting a bit from this zone. Get a 5 close below. It's because they're 15. You'd need the 15 to close bearish below as well, which would be the... No, it wouldn't be the 30. The 30 is the one. If the 30 closes below here, you should be good. You might get a top wick, but the top wick would only need to come and tap the high of 2170. But it doesn't even need to come that far. It would only need to tap previous support, really. Because this was the liquidity grab. And this was the fake out, so it shouldn't be coming back up. You should be absolutely fine. To get all the way down to at least, I'd probably put my... There's an area here. What's this? That was news, wasn't it? It's tough because...
2141.
2141. Bloody hell, where are you going? 2141? Oh, damn. Oh, 2141. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's probably my target there. There is a wick down to the area there, but 2161 I'll be looking at. 216116. 216116. Yeah, nice. What's the 15 done? What did the 5 do? Ooh. To be honest, this is not a 5 range anyway. The 5 range really is below 2168.86. So it's all on the 30 really. It's the 30. If this 30 flips back to the upside, it's likely going to stop you out. That's what I'm saying. So you could move stops to the high if you wanted to, but we'll see. I've kept mine where they are. Good morning, Mr. Hankin. I'm going all in, he said. I'm going all in. Did you catch it? I don't think you were on in time, were you? Ooh. See, if this 15 closes back above 2169, you're probably going to come back and get stopped. Missed it, just woke up, he said. Yeah, it was a lovely trade. Like, our original entry was off the 4, which was here. It would have been no drawdown whatsoever. That's what we were looking at. But then we seen a 30 had no top wick on this one, so we thought it might just come and tap this 30 like that. So we actually moved it down. So we had a bit of drawdown, but I mean it was like 5 pips, isn't it? 5 pips drawdown. Ah, look at the 30 now, guys. That's what I'm saying. You sort of needed the 15 to create a top wick first and then flip. 254. It's not too bad. See if we can hold out. What we're hoping for is a fake out to the downside. That's what we're trying to get. Price is still showing us bullish. Technically we should be closed now, but we know this is a range 1, and we know this is where your fake outs can happen. Fake out, back in, to then drive, break the lows, and that's the 4 we're flipping back to the downside. So that's the only thing we're holding out for. That's why I've took a lot of it out of the trade. If this 30 closes like this, or doji, you're definitely going to get stopped out, I would think. You need this 30 to close at least below 2169, but ideally, oh sorry, that's a 15. Yeah, it's the same. You need the 30 to close bearish. We're flipping. Oh my, are we going to get stopped here? Look at the 5 now. Why did it come back down then for? Well, the reason it came down is because of that. No bottom wick. He didn't actually break the lows though. How's this 30-15 gonna close? Tricky. Good work though, dude. 44 wins. It's actually 45 wins now, mate. Because I need to add this to the chart. So we're now 45 wins, 4 break evens, 2 partial losses and 1 full loss. Doing pretty good. Ooh, the 5's got no top wick. Oh my god. Oh, you need this 5 to push up first, really. If this 5 pulls back first, it means this is probably going to flip and drive. I sort of want to wait for the 15, but this 5 looks like it's going to flip. Still 19 minutes left for this 30, so... What's this 5 going to do? This 5's going to be very key. If this 5 flips, then it means you're going to drive for the rest. You're probably going to get stopped out. But if it doesn't close as bearish, then you might get a top wick, tap, and then flip to come back down. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is going to flip and drive. What did we peak? Peak 34 there. Wow, nice, really nice. $16. Lovely. Come on the 5. You sort of need this 5 to have a top wick, or you'd need this 5 to close below 2169, and then the new 5 comes up, creates a top wick, and then flips to the downside. That will be the 15 closing below. That would be the 30 closing below. No, it wouldn't. We've still got another 15 for the 30. That would be the 15 closing below. More likely that the 30 is then going to close below. Ooh, do I go for another breakfast this morning? I can't, can I? No, to be honest, I didn't have a full English yesterday. I had a... It was a chorizo, like eggs Benedict. No, like eggs Benedict. Is it eggs Benedict? Yeah, where you put egg on toast, but I had avocado with chorizo on top with salt and pepper. Mate, it was, honestly, it was fantastic. Just wasn't enough. That's my issue though. I overindulge me. Wasn't enough. Oh guys, look at this 5. If this 5 can close like this looks nice. You are?
I didn't have breakfast for lunch yesterday.
Didn't you? I don't really eat breakfast, as in I don't have it on the morning. So if I have a breakfast, I'll go out to a cafe or something, but I'll have it around dinner time. I don't really eat before 11, 12. I'll just have a latte, mate, that's it. Now this hour technically should flip to push further up. Should. Right. This is looks like it's just the pullback for the hour. But we're hoping and we're trying to see if this is going to be a fake out on this hour. That's what we're trying to grab. This can be a fake out, and then if it is, that means the new hour should top wick to drive, and that'll be the 4 flipping back down again to break the lows. You should come and break the lows at that point on the 4. So you should push at least past this wick if you get that. But at the minute, we're still showing bullish, remember. So, you know, it's a higher chance we're going to get stopped out at break even. So this is what I'm saying. With your profit, really, normally I would probably just close everything now, really, because everything's still showing that. But I just know that the 4 can drive through that range. I'm just willing to wait out to see if we do get that fake out. But the probability of it happening, it's quite low at the minute, right? I mean, that's a nice 15 close. Why is that a nice 15 close? Well, because it's closed bearish. I would have preferred it below here, which it didn't. But because it's closed bearish, you might get a wick fill on it. Push further down. So if we can get a top wick, break this high and then flip, that would be really nice. Oh, we're pushing. We're breaking the highs though. Has anyone closed out full? Eggs Florentine with spinach, eggs royal with smoked salmon, and egg Norwegian with both. Andy knows his food because all he does. He just goes out and just has meals everywhere. But that sound, do you know what it is? The salmon one sounds unbelievable. I love fish, mate. Anything fish. There's a place here who does a fish platter, and it's like, oh my god, it's got everything on it. It's unreal. It's like an orgasm on a plate.
We used to live in the Caribbean, so it was just fish.
Was it? Oh man, I would have loved that.
Like, you fill it fish.
Whereabouts did you live in the Caribbean?
An island called Tobago.
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 Ooh.
So,
Is that near St. Lucia?
yeah, they're all around.
Yeah, around there, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I had a mate from St. Lucia who was in the army. He was saying he was trying to tell me how St. Lucia's the best island to visit. The most beautiful one.
Yeah.
What were you there for?
I mean, I was there for from about 18 to 22.
What, just travelling?
Oh yeah, no, my mother bought a piece of land out there. So
Oh, really?
Just working out there. There's a labourer building the house.
Oh dear. Has she still got it? Does she need a caretaker?
No, she sold it now.
Oh, I see. Man, that would have been nice, that.
It wasn't great, to be fair.
Oh no.
So, pros and cons.
Yeah,
But,
I suppose.
Because we didn't have residency, so we could get like, it would have 3 months. Then we'd just go to immigration and get a 3-month extension.
Yeah.
And then that you had to leave the country and come back to get another sort of officially 6 months.
Yeah.
But I remember sort of we came back home to England for a week and paid someone to look after the animals and things like that, and they just took the money and the animals starved to death.
Ah.
That was the sort of the final straw.
Yeah. It's hard like that. I mean, I had a house in Hartlepool I was renting out, and that was a pain in the ass because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's just in Hartlepool, 3.5 hours away. You know. So, yeah. I know what you mean, like.
The house was massive.
Was it?
It was off we were on the not the Caribbean side. What was the Atlantic? we were on the Atlantic side.
Yeah.
So obviously the Caribbean side's much nicer.
Yeah.
But,
You get smashed with all the weather.
that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like 40-foot waves and stuff like that. Big surfing.
Was it? Can you surf?
A little bit.
I was getting into it. I used to do kayak surfing, but and then I thought I want a proper surf. I don't think I've got the body for it. I've got the hair for it, but just not the body.
The hair and the vibes, but not the body. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Surfing.
Well, there's a lot of surfing around here in Ross Niagara on Anglesey. But I do remember when I was on the AT team with the I was kayak surfing. I used to do a lot of river runs. Kayaking was dangerous rivers, and then I got into surfing with it and I absolutely loved it, man. I thought I want a proper surf, like learn to proper surf. And Emma's brother lives down in Devon, and he used to surf, and we went to visit them. I said, "Oh, can you teach me how to surf?" So we went to the sea. Mate, the waves were huge. Not what I was used to. No, I was only surfing like Redken, Saltburn, in the northeast. But the waves down there, mate. And he was like, "Just go out, do this, do this, do this." Bloody hell, mate. First wave, turned round, wave was coming at me. Started swimming. I went over the board. The board came over my head, cracked me on the head. I was coming out the sea, dragging the board like that. Everyone was laughing. Honestly, it looked like a scene from Saving Private Ryan coming off the beaches. I was just like in bits, banging head. I was like, honestly, I nearly died. I nearly died, mate. That's what I was like. I seen my life flash before my eyes. Well, yeah, it's good crack though. Look at this 15 now, guys. Broke the high now. See if this can... anything water, me. I just love the water. But I don't know whether I could do scuba diving. I know you do scuba diving, don't you?
Yeah.
We've had this conversation. I think I could do it, but I'd have to be able to come back up and not like stopping stages.
Well, that's it. Like, I mean, you know, if you would just do it without any qualifications, they can only take you down so far.
Yeah.
You can't go down very deep.
Yeah.
So at that point, you wouldn't need to do the like in at different levels, even though it's only for like a minute or so. It's not, you're not there for, you know, minutes.
Yeah.
You then have to come up. So, you know,
You'll do scuba diving, Dan.
Eh?
You still do scuba diving?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while now, so since before lockdown. So it was just the last holiday that I went on.
Best thing I did with army, that is scuba diving.
Isn't it?
Were you allowed to go like Mikey?
Yeah, I went to Egypt scuba diving.
Did you?
Yeah, sick, man.
Do you know what? I had chances to do it, that, and parachuting and that. And I just didn't do it. I just don't know. Should have done, really. Andy's just put in the chat there. I'm the happiest when I'm scuba diving. Does it give you that feeling?
Different level, different world, man.
Is it?
That's it. I wish I'd done it much sooner. Like, I didn't dive when I lived in the Caribbean, and that was probably the perfect place to learn.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I hear a Relentless weekend coming up.
Yeah, man. I'm game. I want to refresh though first.
a relentless diving.
Relentless diving weekend. Oh, would be nice. That would be nice. Look at this 15 now, guys. It's broke the highs. It's flipping. Can we get a wick fill? If we get a wick fill and we can close down there, really nice. Really nice. Yeah, do you know what I don't like though? And I think my missus has got me like this now, but because she is petrified of deep water. Do you know, like deep dark water? When you're looking down, it just gets dark. She would have an heart attack just looking at it.
But I mean that's deep.
Don't you ever think anything could just come out here? Don't you ever think though, like, because we haven't explored everything in the ocean, have we?
No, not even close.
Don't you think? I mean, there could be a megalodon. Elon Musk said there's actually a real Kraken. He did? Did you see it?
He did, yeah.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
Supposedly there's proof that an Indian warship was flipped by it.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
There's talk of NASA used to search our oceans until a certain point and then stopped and started going towards outer space. And that was because they came across something that was...
Let's stay out the oceans.
Yeah. But obviously this is just conspiracy stuff.
Let's get Jason Statham to sort that big fish out. I can't watch Jason Statham's movies, right, because they're so proper cringy. Like, she told me about not Sharknado, but that's a class movie. The Megalodon 2. She said, "Oh, he punches the shark." he punches the shark. Kills it.
Riding around on a jet ski with a samurai sword?
Yeah, like, I hate his movies, mate. Absolutely hate his movies. Have you seen Sharknado?
Yeah.
Funny is, I don't get how there's about 7 or 8 of them. How did nobody look at the first one and go, mate, that was proper shit? Like, you were not making another one.
Have you seen, like, I used to watch all the ones on sci-fi.
Yeah.
They were pretty much like B-movies, but it's like Sharktopus versus like Mecha Shark and stuff like that.
Proper cringy.
It's so cringy, that was like funny.
Andy's just put, it's beautiful, you're weightless, you concentrate on breathing and no one can talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best things I've done.
Yeah.
Just it's
pure peace.
So good. See turtles, sharks.
Yeah, I've actually swam with shark rays and fish in Belize, but it was only snorkeling. But mate, you'd fling. What the lads were doing is the boat would pull off and you just jump off and you got all these fish, and I don't know what type of fish were, but I know there was shark rays there, and you could go down and touch them and stuff like that. And then if you flung some like bread in, the big, I don't know if they were like tuna fish, but the big massive fish would just come and just all fight for this bit of bread. So what you were doing is, when the lads were snorkeling, you'd be on the boat, you'd just be flinging a bit of bread at their head. And all the fish would just go, and the lads were like, you were just flinging bits of bread out all the lads' heads, just so the fish can pick their eyes out. But yeah, that was good. Like, I love Belize, mate. Belize was like, well, it was the first place I went with the army. It was pure paradise.
It's beautiful. That's where I was thinking of going when I left my job in August.
Yeah. Well, they took us to. We had like a month in the jungle, and then we had like a week on this island which the army owned this pure like island in the middle of nowhere, but it wasn't a tourist place. It was the British Army, and it was so beautiful, mate. The waters were, the reef, and you could walk down this island. There was houses on it, so there must, like, I don't know, but people must own the houses or something, I don't know, but it was just surreal, man. Just on there was a little pub there as well, a little shack, and then they sent us to Cancun for 3 nights, and that was messy, but I mean, that I always look back to that, and that was like amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I want to go to Cuba.
Cuba?
Yeah. It's one of the most diverse places for animal life.
Really?
On the planet, so they do a bit of sort of nature reserve treks and things like that. So that's on the list.
That'd be nice, like.
But Belize, I want to go to Belize as well.
Rough though.
Yeah.
Very corrupt and rough. People. People wanting about AK-47s and that.
It's like going up here somewhere in the northeast.
Yeah, Mexico's rough as well. Have you been to Mexico?
No, never been. But
That's like rough. You're lucky that you're a tourist though, because they don't like crime on the tourists because it'll kill them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is. I nearly got stabbed in Mexico. By a group of lads. Yeah. So one of the other locals persuaded them not to. me and another lad come back in off a night out. Because
Thank you. Pesos.
you are.
It's like, thank you, local. Here's some pesos.
Yeah, they wanted money. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, we're pushing nicely
Man
here.
on Fire.
You are.
Have you seen Man on Fire?
It's Jason Statham, is it?
No, it's Dakota Fanning and Denzel Washington.
Oh no, I've not seen it, but I know what you mean.
Quality one.
Yeah.
That's Mexico. In Mexico.
Yeah, brutal man.
Mm.
Oh, look at this, guys. 30-minute. Look at this 30. Close back below. Can we get a top wick and then a wick fill on the 30 to come back down? Again, if we close below 21.69, then you're in the money. So he's the top wick on the 30. Can this 30 flip? That's all we're after now. There's a flip on this 30. This top wick only needs to come and tap 2170.12. It shouldn't really break the highs unless you're going to carry on that way. But yeah, can we just get that flip to the downside? But again, this doesn't mean we're free falling from here. All it means is you're coming back, and it's more likely you're going to free fall, but you might not. You might just come back down to create another bottom to then come back up. Do you know what I mean? So it means you're only going to come and break this lows. That's what I'm saying. We're more likely you're going to break the lows at least, and then you've got more chance that you can drive down, but you might get that as well. But we're looking really good. Really good. It's a lovely entry, man. Really nice entry. That would have been a better one, obviously, but it's still not a bad entry. It's just all on this 30. Oh, this 15's got no bottom wick. So it'll be interesting to see what this 15 does then, because if this got no bottom wick, this is more likely it's going to close bullish, and then that means that they've had this is just a fake out to the downside. That means this move back up will get initiated by this fake out. So if this 15 closes back in, we might look to either close full or bring stops closer. Because you might as well. You're going to come up there anyway. So it's really all on this 15 now. There's always something to buy, isn't there? Easter, Mother's Day, birthdays, Christmases, Valentine's, yeah. Like, who created that? Come on. You should treat them all year round, never mind just one day of the year. God. Man City this weekend, Dan? What are you thinking? What? Do you reckon we can do it?
I'm thinking 11 against 11.
Depends how we turn up. I really don't know, mate, because it just depends on how we turn up. I really don't know. It'd be nice to go through, but I mean, I've accepted that this season's over anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to the summer with who we buy. That's what I'm looking forward to, because it'll be a fresh one, won't it? So we'll have a lot of money to be able to spend.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But they're on about changing the rules, aren't they? Do you think that's what's going to happen? They're going to change the rules, and then Man City's we've changed the rules now, so we can't punish them. That wouldn't be fair, would it?
Nah, I don't think that would fly because it's
Yeah.
these things that
You just don't know though, do you?
Well, it's a bit.
Because who's getting paid? Someone will be getting
Yeah.
paid if that happens. Do you know when this Super League was coming about?
Yeah.
I actually wanted it, you know. I wanted it because I wanted the top 6 to leave the league. I think the league would be a lot more exciting if the top 6 went to that Super League, yeah, and you brought 6 up from the Championship for the Premiership. I honestly feel it'll be more of an even playing field in the league. You imagine a league where you literally don't know who's going to win it and anybody can win it. It'd be miles more exciting.
More competitive. That
Yeah. We're pushing.
At least more teams involved in the competition.
Yeah. This looks like this is a fake out, this guys, to the downside. Unfortunately, so you might get stopped here.
Were they talking about like increasing the number of sort of places for Champions League and Europa League and stuff like that?
What do you mean? What, like...
So
I know America want to start getting involved, don't they?
Uh,
They want to start getting more involved. They want to start hosting... That's why we had loads of games over there. Because they know they're missing a trick.
get our fan base up as well, because there's a few in America as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Branch out a bit. Revenue streams, because that's the only thing we're lacking at the minute, really.
Yeah.
It's for revenue streams, which...
Do you think it's good for football, though, going worldwide? Or... Because football started from local... Like, the players who used to play in them teams were all local lads.
Yeah.
And then over time it's just been diluted and diluted. I personally feel the need to bring in you've got to have so many local lads starting or playing. That's what I think they need to do.
I think that the Newcastle at least we're starting to go back to like local as well, isn't it? We've picked up a few local youths that have been spread out.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of the local lads back, and then obviously Dan Byrne got Longstaff.
But then your argument could be, well, they're just not good enough. Alright then, if they're not good enough, what you have to do then is improve your training to make them good enough. Do you know what I mean? So everything advances, and it keeps the local. Yeah.
You have to then invest in the local
Yeah.
scene to promote youth football and give youth a chance to get in there, because you're talking about a lot of poor districts and things like that. People don't have the money to put the kids through like youth coaching and things like that, trials. People don't get opportunities. So
Do you know what it is, mate? This is how I feel, right? And people will disagree, but I honestly feel to be a footballer, you've got to know someone. Someone's got to know someone. People look after each other. That's what it is. It's who you know. Because I've seen it where players get signed over better players just because dads knew someone.
yeah.
And I guarantee you, I'm not saying every footballer, but probably 90% of all the footballers who are professional now, somebody would have knew someone, dad would have known someone, mother would have known someone, to have that opportunity. And it's a shame because what happens is, I actually feel we could have a 10 times more better English football team. You think if there was a way to check every player's natural talent, yeah, you could have an unreal... Imagine the players we're missing. I knew some unreal players as a kid who could have easily made professionalism, but they just didn't have the opportunity because they didn't know anyone. Mum and dad didn't know anyone to get them, didn't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? But some of the players I've played against, or played with, they could have easily made it.
I knew a few when I was growing up as well.
Because all they do is because obviously I've coached kids and that, you get mum and dad as well when they go to academy. You get brown noses and that to try and get the kids in. And what it is they get in, because mum and dad's been brown nosing. Do you know what I mean? So then other kids get pushed out because mum and dad didn't brown nose. But that kid's a better player. It's a shame with academies and things like that. I'm not saying they're all like that. I'm not saying this happens all over. I do think there needs to be some sort of better system. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
it's been athlete.
Well, I'm no expert, so I don't.
Yeah. Well, Sharif just said Michael Owen said, so it must be true, because whatever he says is true. You need to be an athlete now, not a baller. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, like.
That interview, but I get Michael Owen, so.
I can't stand Michael Owen. He talks absolutely poo-tang.
He does, because the way to win games is scoring more goals than the other team.
Yeah. What did he say about who was it? He was saying, well, I think this team's the best in Europe, and then I think it was on about City and Liverpool. He's like, I still think Liverpool are the best in Europe, and then somebody's going, well, they're obviously not because City won the Champions League. Yeah, but I still think they're the best. Well, how are they the best when Man City's just won the Champions League? They can't be the best. Like, he just didn't get it. Good morning, Crazy Beast. Yeah, we've had some nice pips, mate. We've took most of the profit out. We're clutching on to the 4, still flipping to the downside. But at the minute, it's not looking like it's going to do it. But we are clutching on for a fake out. We have closed bearish on the 15, but if this 15 closes bullish, you're probably going to get stopped. So it's all on this 15, really. We'll see.
No bottom wick on the thigh.
Charts last night. Oh, that's nice, mate. You caught some trades last night. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Yeah. Well, say again?
That's $4,000 out on the demo, dude.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that's what we're hoping for. This forward no top wick, so we had wing back sells from there, thinking the 4 is going to pull back, create a top wick for that 4, and then this 4 is likely going to flip to the downside. That's what we've got going on, because the 4 technically is hovering. It's hovering in this range. It should be coming to fill the range at 2160 at least. Now, if the 4 closes bullish, that means it's created a new minor range, which it's something we can't preempt. It's just whether this 15 can flip. Our entry is pretty nice, really. Because if you get stopped at break even, you're more likely, it means you're going to push to the next zone at 2174. I won't be taking this trade, guys, but it is a valid trade still, really. But I won't be taking it just because we've had a nice trade this morning now, anyway. So come on, the 15, get down. Oh shit.
That are gone.
Morning, John. I always seem to trade better in the evenings, weirdly. Well, what does your logbook say? If your logbook says that you trade a lot better in the evening, then just trade in the evening. I wish I could trade better in the morning. two months of these streams, and you'll be able to catch a trade in the morning. Or even a month of watching these streams, you'll be able to catch a trade in the morning. Okay, guys, the 15 has closed bullish. So what does that mean? We've got an hour close in 15 minutes. This 15 is likely going to got no bottom wick. So if this 15 tests the highs and flip, I might move stops to the high of that, which is not much different really, because I haven't got much left in the trade. But yeah, we'll see. We're likely going to get stopped here, guys, unfortunately. If anything, if the hour closes bullish, then what I would probably do is on the pullback of the next hour, I'd probably close, because you are going to push. But this 15 looks like, because you've had a nice fake out there. If this 15 flips, creates a bottom wick, I'll move stops to the high of this 15, and then if you do come back, you're going to push to break even anyway. So that's what we'll do. See if we can get back down though. We might not get back down.
We will be. We will. Not even in the free.
Oh no, did you close full?
I didn't get it.
Oh, didn't you?
Still, yeah, well, I didn't take it.
Ah, right. You had some profit anyway this morning, didn't you? Or last night?
There's still one going. It's in drawdown, but
Ah, right.
it's on the.
If you push past this wick, we might get a pop up here. Yeah, I'm going to bed early, waking up early, so we'll start coming on these streams more. Probably be on tomorrow morning, hopefully. 5 to 7 trades prior to that, where wins at night class. You need 2 more subscribers. 3, 4, 8 is messing with my OCD. I know, mate. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, because Andy's OCD is going crazy because we're on 3, 4, 8.
I subscribe. I don't even know.
Oh, if not, do it. See if we can get a 50. See if we can get a 50. Hey, Andy, you feeling okay?
Unsubscribe.
When it goes to 50, unsubscribe, you'll go crazy. 349, apparently that's triggered me now. Let's have a look what we on. Where's the subscribers at? Doesn't really show on here. Drop us a like as well, guys, if possible. I don't bloody know. I don't bloody know. Oh, the 15's dropping. If we get a bottom wick on this 15, I'm going to move stops to the high, because if it pushes past this wick, it's likely going to drive to our break even anyway. Okay.
You look handsome today.
You are?
You look handsome today.
I look handsome.
Alright.
Oh, can you see
I
me?
can see you now.
Oh, my hair's a mess, mate. I need to get my hair done. Okay, guys, I'm going to move stops to the high of the 15. Let's see. Stops are The high of the 15. If this 15 flips back up, right, you still got 2 5-minute candles left of it. It's likely going to drive to break even anyway, so that'd be me done for the morning.
Yeah, subscribe.
What we on? How many subscribers is it on?
349 still.
349. Have you dropped me a like there, Dan? Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Three, 4, 9.
Maybe I was already subscribed.
Maybe. See, this 15's flipped down, create a bottom wick, and flip back up. So, yeah, it looks like it's. Oh, the 5's closed bearish though. No bottom wick. Can this 5 flip? Ooh, maybe we might have went here a bit too prematurely. This 5 might tap and then flip. Still 4 minutes. Let's see if this 5 can flip. Can this 5 flip? I mean, we pushed some nice pips there, to be honest, didn't we? We pushed 34 pips, we peaked there. In 3 5-minute candles for 115, fantastic. Let's see if this 5 can flip. Ooh, ooh, I'm close. Oh, I'm out, guys. Done. Stopped. What was the logic behind that trade? The logic behind this trade, mate, was you're going to have to watch the YouTube back. No, I'm only joking. I'll show you now. I'm only joking, mate. So, the logic behind the trade is the 4 is in a clean traffic range. Okay? So, the range on the 4 is between this and this. Therefore, we should be coming down. Okay? To here, clean traffic range. Now, we noticed this morning that the 4 didn't have a top wick. There's no top wick on this 4. So we thought, okay, well, if price wants to drive down, it's either going to do what these done with no top wick or drive, which is we can't get in. It is what it is. But if we do come back, we're probably going to come back to create a top wick for this and then reject and flip if it's going to flip. Came back, tapped us in perfectly, and then pulled back. We got our trade, take partial move to break even. But now we're just hoping that the 4 can flip. Well, it doesn't matter now because I'm stopped anyway. But if your stops are still where they are, if this does flip, it should carry on coming to fill the range at 21.59 down in these levels. So that was the logic of it, basically. We just needed to pull back. And even if price wants to drive up, this is an area where it taps here, so it goes something like this from what we've seen from previous day. Tap, tap, and then if it goes, even if it wants to drive up. So that's why I would take partial move to break evens here. Okay, mate. Oh, what's this 5 doing? I just want to see if this does drive up. I'm out of this now, guys. I'm done. Lovely trade. I'm going to update the logbook. I gutted with this. I put the long lots in. Oh, look at the 5 flipping down. Is this going to bomb down? What did I? 2.7.
It is not.
Peaked 36 pips. But we got 16 pips. At a lower lot. Nightmare. That would have been some nice profit there. 2.3. Okay. Let's update the logbook. Let's see how this 5 closes, then I'll update the logbook, and then we'll go from there. See what we're doing next. Is this going to flip, Dan? Yes or no? Quick! Is this going to flip?
No.
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 John, Is this 5 going to flip? Yes or no? Quick. Quick. Type quick. I can hear he's typing already for me. Oh, didn't. Oh.
This one is though.
Do you think? No bottom wick. Oh. It's going to break the highs before flipping. Oh, is it going to break the highs? If you push past this wick, you're likely going to pop to 2171 anyway. Oh, actually, we took an extra. What did we take there? 5. So, okay, let's do this logbook quickly, and then we'll come back and see. So, March, what are we on? 14, 3. 24. What time did we get in on that trade? 12, 11, 10, 9:34. 34. A lot more earlier trades, wanna? Come on, man. Go. This was a wing back sell. What was this off? It was off a 4, really, 4 hour. 273. Stops were pretty decent, weren't they? I think there were 80 pips. We got 16. Pips after break even. What did we get for pips after? We took some more pips, didn't we? Pips after break even. 20, so. But we didn't actually. 10. Which we tapped. Yeah? Okay, 2 seconds. Weekly bias. What was the weekly like? Weekly is bullish. So it's not. The daily bias is bullish, so no. H4, yes. H1, everything was bearish. Wrong lot. What drawdown did we go? We went 5 pips drawdown just before break even was hit. We haven't technically hit break even as in the entry, so I'll leave that until that gets hit. Guys, I'll be back in a second. I just want to see what these 5s do. I'll be back in a sec. Right guys, probably going to call it now. There's not been staying on really. If you're still in this, good luck. Hopefully the 4 can flip here, but it's likely you're going to probably need to break these highs before coming down again. Any questions before I go?
Yeah.
I reckon it's a flipper from Crazy Beast.
Nice.
I need this logbook. Looks far more detailed than the one I'm using. Yeah, mate, just drop a message in Discord. Oh. Who killed JFK? We're not getting into that, mate. We're not getting into that. And we don't talk conspiracies with John on, because he has some bad ones. Right, we'll end up getting banned. Right. But yeah, other than that, guys, another win for the stream. Fantastic. If you haven't done so already, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, jump into our Discord for free. There's a free basics course there as well. Other than that, I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, see you later now.
Great day, man.
Bye.
Bye bye.